Hey, hey, welcome to your Pisces horoscopes for the week of the 10th through the 16th of December. We still have Saturn in Pisces. We still have Neptune in Pisces. Two very different focuses also for this week, as these planets are bringing two very different focuses into play here. We'll start with Neptune's focus on self. And interesting thing, I have noticed I've done a lot of charts for people over the years, and I've noticed that a lot of people who have Neptune in their rising sign are known intuitives, and I feel Pisces in general is like the most intuitive sign. So that intuition really is amplified this week, specifically around issues and questions that you have about yourself and your own life. And that's where it gets really tricky, because intuition around other situations, other people, things that you're not emotionally connected to is very black and white. It's super easy. When your intuition is telling you something that's going to be good for you, we tend to question it because we don't know what the outcome is. So, 9 times out of 10, when I have intuition saying that something is a good thing for me, I want to question that because I want to make sure that that's not just wishful thinking on my part. If my intuition says this is not good for you, I want to question that because this might be what I want, but it's not good for me. We do tend to do that a little bit. And I feel like that's what this is all about for you guys, is that lesson. But to add another layer to that, we have Saturn, which is focused on inner trauma. And it's that inner trauma that really is that response against our intuition, because inner trauma promotes fear. Anytime you've had anything happen to you in your life, it leaves this fear imprint inside of you. And that bigger that fear imprint gets, the more it tends to make decisions for us out of fear to protect ourselves so that we're not hurt again. We cannot protect ourselves from being hurt. It is absolutely impossible to protect ourselves from being hurt. There's a million different situations, including loving someone, that leaves you susceptible to being hurt. And even in the best relationship, you lose that person and the grief hurts. There is no way to stop yourself from being hurt or protect yourself from being hurt. So the best course of action that you can do is be responsible. It is your responsibility to deal with those triggers, to make sure that they're not making the decisions for you. And when you deal with those triggers, that intuition becomes much stronger, and you are actually more likely to follow its guidance than question it. It really is a real thing. Saturn also is in a grand sextile with Mercury, which is retrograde as of Wednesday, as well as Jupiter, which is retrograde and focused on the past, reminding us that you can't change the past, which is true. You can't change the past, but you can change just how much power the past has over you. That you do have some sort of control over. Mercury's focus is on career. So I feel that with Saturn's responsibility on your triggers and on those things that happened to you in the past, the more you work through and release the power that they have over you, the easier it is to be able to climb that ladder in terms of your relation, or your, I'm sorry, not your relationships, your career. Think about it. If you see a job, you know it's like the best job in the world. This is the job that you want. And then you see what it takes in order to have that job. And as you go through the list, your fears are going, that's just too much for you. You can't do it. That's going to be too stressful for you. You can't do it. Oh my God, you're never going to have any time for anything. You can't do that. This is what you want to eliminate. This does not breed success. We all do it, not just Pisces. We all do it. The thing about Pisces is you guys are the sign, all 12 influences in one, which should make you the stars of the whole zodiac. Honestly, it depends on whether or not you're using the resources that you have. We also have uh, Neptune in a sextile with Pluto, which is focused on your support system, as well as Uranus, which is also focused on the past. So we're talking about maybe not having as big of a support system as you once did, but it's not about the amount of people that support you, it's the quality. Always quality over quantity. And I think that is something that does tend to trip Pisces. At least every Pisces that I know knows everybody. They're really focused on quantity, and quantity does not get you anywhere. But you get one or two ride or die people to support you. The quality makes all the difference in the world. So it's just really important to make sure that that doesn't trip you up. The last thing that we do have is a little itty bitty bit of a challenge with Neptune square with the sun, which is focused on your long-term career goals. And this is where I say these words all the time. When you get in your own way, we get in our own way much more than anybody else gets in our way. It's true. We can identify as being somebody else, but really, it comes down to the choices that we make over and over again. I feel like this is not about your intuition getting in the way of you being able to shine in your career goals. This is more about misunderstanding or mistrusting your intuition, and that gets in the way of your career goals. Sometimes we get things intuitively that either don't make sense or it seems like that's an awful lot for you to ask of me. But your intuition knows what you can handle and is not going to ask you to do anything that you can't handle. So if it seems like it's a bit much, it means that you are ready to take that next step and you don't want to let that fear hold you back. So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do consider sending a tip or donation through my Ko-fi link, which is there in the description of this video. I really appreciate the donations. You guys are awesome and amazing, and I love you so much. Thank you so much. There's also another link in the video there, and I am running a 25% discount on all 1-hour readings all month long. This is a discount that mainly my VIP members get on a regular basis. Everybody gets this discount this month for the 1-hour reading, giving you a chance to get a bit of a discount to connect with your loved ones during the holiday season, if that's something that you want to do. I also have that you also do have the ability to order these for other people, but make sure they know about it first and this is what they want. But if you don't do that, that is okay. If you purchase a reading for somebody, they don't want it, you can always use it for yourself, right? And that's it. That's what I have for you guys this week. I'm Melissa Bruce, Heavy Metal Psychic. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next week. In the meantime, you guys kick some butt. Make it a great week, and I will see you next week.